is going to be on your ratios, proportions, and variations. Ratios, proportions, and variations. And I would have told you in our previous classes itself that there are three such concepts in your quantitative aptitude, which are very, very basics. So what are those? Numbers, ratios, and percentages. Now, out of these, we started off with numbers, percentages we saw yesterday, and today we are going to look into the ratios concept. Clear? Done. And now, so as far as this ratios and proportions concept go, the first thing that I want you guys to understand over here is, let's be clear with what is ratios. Okay, so what is ratios? What is ratios? Okay. First of all, let's say if A is to B is equal to 2 is to 3, then what does this actually mean? It means A by B is equal to 2 by 3. So this is something basic which you're supposed to understand. Okay, done. And then in as far as the term or the definition goes, I can say ratios is just a comparison of two variables. Comparison of two quantities. Yes, done. Okay, guys, what is the unit of ratios? Unit? What is the unit of ratios? Just like how weight is expressed in terms of kgs, height is expressed in terms of centimeters or meters. What is the unit of ratios? Very good, Radha. There are no units. You should remember that very, very clearly. There are no units. No units for ratios. Now this is basics. And now let's take a simple example. Let's say, for example, in a class, there are certain boys and certain girls. How many girls are there? There are 5 girls. And how many boys do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 threes are 15. 15 boys. Now, what is the ratio of these two? It's 1 is to 3. Clear? Excellent. And now, always remember one thing, when two values, let's say, for example, girls and boys are expressed in terms of 1 is to 3, it doesn't necessarily mean, okay, there are only 1 girls and there are only 3 boys. No. The number of boys divided by number of girls will give you 1 by 3. That is all it means. This doesn't mean there is only 1 girl, there is only 3 boys. No. This is a simple example. Please to understand it very clearly. This is just the simplest expression of their fraction. Done. And now, let's say, for example, 200, you're supposed to split them in the ratio 2 is to 3. How do you do it? So basically in our schools and all, this is what was taught to us. So consider this as x and x. So 2x plus 3x, 5x. So 5x is equal to 200. So in that case, x is equal to 40. So my required answer is 2x and 3x. So 2x and 3x. So 2 into 40, 80. 3 into 40, 120. Okay, so this is how you find out, or else this is how you split ratios. Correct. But from now on, I want you guys to do it this way. How exactly I want to do, how exactly I want you guys to do this is, you should directly find out the answer rather than finding out 5x and then finding out 2x and 3x separately. I want you to go directly. For example, find out this value, you would say it is 2 out of the total 2 plus 3, 5. 2 out of the total 5 into 200. So it is 80. Straight away you can do that. Same way for this one, 3 out of the total 5 into 200. 40 into 3, which 120. So the values are 80 and 120. Clear, people? Excellent. Now, I want you guys to find out, or else divide 936 in the ratio 2:7 and tell me what do you get? What will be the individual shares? Please tell me, guys. Come on, guys. I did not ask you a difficult question at all. What was my question? Divide 936 in the ratio 2:7. That's all. How do we do it? I just told you how to do that also. So that is the direct method. What is it? 2 out of the total 9 into 936. And this share will be equal to 7 out of the total 9 into 936. Okay, so come on, guys, tell me their individual shares. Very good, superb. Harivardhani, Radha, Harita, and Tanuj, superb, guys. So it would be 208 and 728. Excellent. Fine then. Now, here's my next question. Here the question says A is to B is equal to 2 is to 3. Same way, B is to C is equal to 3 is to 7. Now they're asking us to find out A is to B is to C. Yeah, guys, what will be the answer here? What will be the answer here? They just want us to combine the ratios. A is to B is given, B is to C is given. What is the value of A is to B is to C? Okay, so if you guys are not clear, no worries. So this is a basic concept actually. So guys, listen here. If what is the common term? B. If B value is same, then it is very simple. You just have to say 2 is to 3 is to 7. Okay, so 2 is to 3 is to 7. But what if the values are different? Say, for example, A is to B is 2 is to 3, but B is to C, it is 5 is to 7. What do I do then? What do I do now? Because I'm supposed to find out A is to B is to C, but this is how I have it. So listen carefully here. So what you're supposed to do is this common term is B and B is not same here. So make it same. How do I make it same? Multiply this ratio with 5 and multiply this ratio with 3. Clear? So if I do that, what would I have? So this would become 10 is to 15 and this would become 15 is to 21. So it would be 10 is to 15 is to 21. Are you guys clear here? Please tell me if you guys are clear. Yes, excellent, super guys. Now moving on, for the same question, see A is to B, it is actually 2 is to 3. B is to C, it's actually 5 is to 7. Now, if I want to find out A is to B is to C, there is a direct way, guys. Listen carefully. First, multiply these two. 5 twos are 10. That's the first term. Then multiply these two. That would be the second. So 5 threes are 15. Then multiply these two. 7 threes are 21. Clear? So A is to B, B is to C. So this is how it is. So what are you supposed to do, guys? Okay, so multiply these two, which is the first one. Multiply these two, that will give you the second one. And multiply these two, which will give you the third term. Okay. Excellent. Fine then. Now here's the next question. Let's understand this question very clearly and then let's proceed with the answer. If P is to Q is equal to 3 is to 5, Q is to R is equal to this much, R is to S is equal to this much. They're asking us P is P and S. What is the ratio? Okay, first, I want you guys to find out P is to Q is to R is to S and tell me. Yeah, guys, find out P is to Q is to R is to S and tell me what will be the combined ratio. Okay, so if you guys are finding it difficult, first we'll start with, see, listen, P is to Q is 3 is to 5. Q is to R, 5 is to 4. First tell me, what will be PQR? So P is to Q is to R. What will be the combined ratio of this one, guys? Tell me fast. PQR, what will be the combined ratio? Very good, yes, superb. Very good, Kalyani. Okay, yeah, guys, listen here. You don't even have to multiply. See, this is common, right? This is common. So you can straight away write that as 3 is to 5 is to 4. You don't even have to multiply that. Even if you multiply that, you will get the same answer, because if you multiply, what will you get? 5 threes are 15. Is to 25. Is to 20. If you cancel it in terms of 5, this is 3 is to 5 is to 4. You still end up having the same one. Okay. Fine. So 3 is to 5 is to 4. Now getting back here, listen carefully. So P is to Q is to R is equal to 3 is to 5 is to 4. R is to S is equal to 2 is to 3. Now, what is common in both? R is common in both, but are they same in both? No, this is 4 and this is 2. So what do I do then? I have to make it same. How do I make it same? Easier is, what's more easier? I can multiply this by 2. So this will also become 4. So this will become 4 is to 6. S. Now excellent. Now tell me what would be P is to Q is to R is to S? It would be 3 is to 5 is to 4 is to 6. Okay, now find out what is the ratio between P and S, because that's the actual question. So P is to S would be 3 is to 6, which is 1 is to 2. Are you guys clear with this one? Clear now, everyone? Yeah, guys, tell me if you guys are clear. Shall we move on to the next one? Yes. Now, please don't do this mistake. Sir, you wanted P is to, yes. So shall I take 3 is to 3 and write 1 is to 1? No, definitely not. Okay, done. So that cannot be done. And interestingly, listen guys, this question can actually be answered in a simpler way. So the actual question is P by S is equal to what? That's my actual question. So P is to S is what? Correct. But what is known? P by Q is known. Q by R is known. R by S is known. I know all these values, right? Just multiply these values. Q gone, R gone. I'll get P by S. Similarly, if you do it, P by Q, 3 by 5, 5 by 4, and then 2 by 3. If I cancel it out, so 3 gone, so 2 and 2, so my answer is 1 by 2. So I've got the same answer straight away. Because my actual question is just the ratio between P and S. Clear with this clear with this shortcut also, guys? I don't actually require P is to Q is to R is to S. I just want P is to S. Excellent and super base. Now we'll move on to the next question. Now this is actually an easy question, but still I was able to see a lot of students making mistakes in the first two sessions. Let's see if there is anyone who's got the correct answer straight away. No guys, the answer is not 200. Think carefully. No guys, it's not 240. Okay, listen carefully. What does the first statement say? The ratio of the number of 50 paise coins and the ratio of number of 50 paise coins is to number of 1 rupee coins is in the ratio 7:10. Clear? Done. But the data given here in the second line, the value, it's not the number of coins, it's the value of coins. Okay. I want you guys to answer this question for me right now. If I have 50 paise coins and their worth is rupees 280, can you guys tell me how many 50 paise coins do I have? How many 50 paise coins should I have so that its worth is rupees 280? How many 50 paise coins should I have so that its worth is rupees 280? Very good, superb, Harivardhani. Excellent. So it should be 560 coins. So only if you have 560 coins, it will be worth 280 because if you have two 50 paise coins, it is 1 rupee. If you have 10 50 paise coins, it is just 5 rupees. So just double it. It will give you the number of coins. Okay, so number of 50 paise coins is known. This is X, but you know they are in the ratio 7:10. 7 table 80. So what is the value of X? The value of X is equal to 800, which means there are 800. There are 800 1 rupee coins. Very good, super. Harivardhani and Radha. Excellent, guys. Super. Okay, so moving on to your next question. The next question, guys. Again, I'll give you guys a minute. Try to answer this question and then we'll discuss this together. Okay, so guys, listen here. The ratio of number of apples and oranges in a basket is 5:9. So initially, I'm going to assume that there were 5x apples and 9x oranges. 5x apples and 9x oranges. And after some time, what happened? It seems 10 apples were sold. So 5x minus 10 divided by 9x. The number of oranges remains the same. Apples by oranges. Only in apples 10 were sold. So 10 minus. Number of oranges remains the same. So now the new ratio is 1:3. And when you equate them, what do you get? 15x minus 30 is equal to 9x. So 6x is equal to 30. So the value of x is equal to 5. Clear, people? The value of x is equal to 5. But what's my actual question? Find the number of oranges in the basket initially. So initially, how many oranges were there? 9x. Even after that, it was only 9x. Oranges did not change. Okay, so what is the value of 9x? 9 into 5. So my answer is 45. Clear, people? Are you guys clear with this question? Clear, everyone? Guys, please respond. Yeah. Very good. Fine then. Moving on to our next question. Here's our next question, guys. The ratio of number of boys to that of the number of girls is 7:8. So assume the number of boys as 7x, the number of girls as 8x. And now, as far as number of boys is concerned, there is a 20% increase. As far as number of girls is concerned, there is 10% increase. Now, what is the new ratio? That is the question. Okay. I'll give you guys a minute. Come on, try this one and then we'll discuss. First, tell me, what will be the new number of boys? Initially, if I assume that there are 7x boys, and after 20% increase, what will be the new number of boys?
Seven x plus 1.4x.
Yeah, 7x plus 1.4x. What is it?
8.4x.
Very good, Tanuj. So can I say it is 8.4x? Now, similarly, how about this one? If there is a 10% increase in number of girls, initially it was 8x. After 10% increase, very good, Radha. Superb. So it would be 8.8x. Now, what is the ratio of these two? XX gone. 8.4 is to 8.8. So can I say 84 is to 88? So if I cancel it in terms of 4 table, 21 is to 22. This is my answer. Now, for the same question, even if you assume the value for number of boys and number of girls, but please do make sure it is in the ratio 7:8. That's all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to assume that there are 70 boys and 80 girls. And even after that, if you proceed, you'll get the same answer. Say 20% increase. So what is 20% of 70? 14. Add 14 to it, 84. Okay. And 10% increase. If I add 10% to this one, 8. Add 8 to it, you'll get 88. So 84 is to 88. So my answer is 21 is to 22 again. Either way, you get the same answer. Clear, everyone? Excellent. Fine, guys. We'll move on to the next question now. Here's our next question. Now, the question says, if A is to B is equal to 2 is to 5, then 2A plus B is to A plus 5B is what? Okay, you guys can actually solve this question. Let's see how many of you guys can get this right. I'll give you a minute. Very good, excellent, superb. Very good, Nitya Kalyani. And others, if you are not able to solve it, see, it's a simple concept. See, A is to B is equal to 2 is to 5, which means, can I say A is equal to 2x and B is equal to 5x? Now proceed with that. So here, the actual question is 2A plus B divided by A plus 5B is what? A plus 5B is what? So 2 into A, 2x plus B, 5x divided by A, 2x, it's 2x guys, plus 5B, 5 into 5x. So 2 2s are 4, 4 plus 5, 9. So 9x divided by 5 is a 25 plus 2, 27x. So 9 is to 27. So my answer is 1 is to 3. My answer is option B, guys. It's 1 is to 3. Excellent. Super. Then moving on to our next question. Here's our next question, guys. See, we have already solved a question in the same format. You guys can easily do it. Come on, fast, tell me. What is the answer that you guys get here? Very good, superb, Radha. Excellent. And so others, guys, listen carefully. What is actually given? In a box, the ratio between the number of cashews and the number of grapes. So cashews and grapes are in the ratio 7 is to 13. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to assume cashews as 7x and grapes as 13x. And from this, what happened? 8 cashews and 11 grapes were eaten. So out of this, 8 cashews gone, 11 grapes gone. So the resultant are in the ratio 1 is to 2, which means 7x minus 8 divided by 13x minus 11 are in the ratio 1 is to 2. Yeah. So now I'll have 14x minus 16 is equal to 13x minus 11. So the value of x is equal to 5. But what's my actual question? Find the original number of cashews. What is the original number of cashews? 7x. So 7 into 5. So my answer is 35. Okay. Excellent, guys. Fine then. Moving on to our next question. Here's our next question. Again, try to do this on your own. I'll give you guys a minute. Very good, superb. Radha has got the answer. And so others, guys, listen carefully. This is not a difficult question at all. This is one of the most simplest questions. What is given? 1040 liters of milk is divided into two parts. And those two parts are in the ratio X. As you have told me, the first part is 200 liters. The first part 200 liters. Can you guys tell me what will be the second part? Sir, how will I know, sir? See, the total is known. Out of total, 200 is here. What is remaining? 840 liters. So 200 liters and 840 liters are in the ratio X and 21. Four times value of X is 5. Clear, everyone? That is clear, everyone. Right? Everyone's clear? Okay, fine. Then listen carefully. Here's our next question. Okay, sorry guys. Am I audible now? Yes, students, am I audible now? Yes, excellent then. Okay, guys. Now let's look at this question together. If you look at this question, the question says in a bag there are coins of 25 pies, 10 pies, and 5 pies in the ratio 1 is to 2 is to 3, which means there are 1x number of 25 pies coins. There are 2x number of 10 pies coins. There are 3x number of 5 pies coins. Correct? And totally they are worth rupees 45 rupees. Now, in terms of pies, how much is it worth? 4,500 pies. Okay. Yes. So 25 into 1x plus 10 into 2x plus 5 into 3x. Put together, it is worth 4,500. Okay. So it is 25x plus 20x plus 15x. Put together, it is 4,500. So when you add them, you get 60x is equal to 4,500. So x is equal to 450 by 6. What's my answer, people? So when you cancel it in terms of 3, you get 150 by 2. So it's 75. My answer is 75. Are you guys clear here? Done? Very good. Excellent then. Moving on to our next question. A student gets an aggregate of 60% marks in 5 subjects. In the ratio 10 is to 9 is to 8 is to 7 is to 6. In the pass marks in, okay, the pass marks is actually 50% of the maximum marks for all the subjects. If each subject has the same maximum marks, then in how many subjects did he pass the examination? Then in how many subjects did he actually pass the examination? That's the question. Again, I'll give you guys a minute. Think about this question. Okay, just assume the maximum marks for per subject is equal to 100 marks. If that is the case, can you guys tell me what's the total marks in all the 5 subjects together? In all 5 subjects together, what is the total marks? If I assume 100 as the maximum marks per subject, what is the total marks in all 5 subjects put together? 500, yes. Now, look at the first line. What does it say? The student gets an aggregate of 60% in 5 subjects, which means this student's total mark. Student's total mark would be 60% of the total marks 500. What is 60% of 500, guys? What is 60% of 500 then? Very good. Yes, Radha. Superb. So it is 300. So he secures 60% of the total marks, which is actually 300. And I know that the marks that he obtains in each of the subjects are in the ratio 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. So can I say 10x plus 9x, 8x plus 7x plus 6x is equal to 300. His marks obtained in individual subjects, when I add them together, it should be 300. Okay. Using this, find out the value of x, guys. What is x? What is the value of x then? Come on, guys, what happened? Was that a difficult question? When you add the left hand side, how many x do you get? Very good, super, brother. The answer is x is equal to 7.5. So once you find out that the value of x is 7.5, then find out their individual scores in each subject. What is their scores in each subject then? So 10x would mean 9x, 8x, 7x, 6x. Okay, just multiply 7.5 with each and then you'll get the answer. Or else listen carefully. 10x is into 7.5 is 75. So for 9x, subtract 7.5 from this one. It would be 67.5. For 8x, it would be 60. And for 7x, it would be 52.5. And for 6x, it would be 45 marks. Just multiply 6 into 7.5 or else subtract 7.5 from the previous number. So either way the same. And now, the most important line is actually in the second line. What is the data given? The pass marks is 50% of the maximum marks. So according to my assumption, 100 is the maximum marks. So a student has to get 50 marks at least to pass. A student has to get 50 marks at least to get the pass mark. Okay, so in how many students did he, in how many subjects did he pass? So here he has passed, passed, and here he has failed because he did not get 50 marks. So my answer would be very good, super, very good. The answer would be 4. So he has passed in 4 subjects. Okay, people. Excellent. Then superb. So moving on. Here's our next question. Okay, next concept actually. So after ratios, the concept that we're going to look into is what we call it as proportions. Now, what do I mean by a proportion? Listen carefully. When Okay, or else if two ratios are equal, if two ratios are equal, then they are in a proportion. Then they are in a proportion. What do you mean, sir? For example, look at this pic. There are two dogs and two different dimensions are taken. So let's say this dimension is 10 centimeter and this dimension is 20 centimeter. And according to the second dog, its dimension is 15 centimeter plus 30 centimeter. Just look at the ratio. The values are all different, but the ratio is actually 1:2, right? So both are in the ratio 1:2, which means these four values are in a proportion. So if I say A, B, C, D are in a proportion, if I say A, B, C, D are in a proportion, it means A by B is equal to C by D. So if three data is given, and if you are supposed to find out the fourth data, you can easily use this concept. Okay, figure out the three data is given. I mean, substitute the three data is given, you will find out the missing data. Okay, so that is one thing. And what is the second type of proportion? The second type of proportion is what we called as continued proportion. Or it's continuous proportion. What is this continuous proportion? Listen carefully. If the question says A, B, C, A, B, and C are in a continuous proportion. What do I mean by that? See, whenever I say proportion, it means equality of two ratios. Only when two ratios are equal, I can say they are in a proportion, first of all. Okay, so how do I make two ratios here? If A by B is equal to B by C, see, there are two ratios, A, B, B, C. So B is continued here. So that's why it is called as continuous proportion. Okay, so if I say A, B, C are in a continuous proportion, it means A by B is equal to B by C. A by B is equal to B by C. Done. Now let's try to solve a few questions out of this one. Okay. The ratio of ages of Raghavan and Gautam is 2:3. So Raghavan by Gautam is 2:3. Raghavan's age divided by Gautam's age will be 2:3. Okay. Raghavan's present age is 24. Okay, guys, listen carefully. Using this one, can you guys tell me what will be Raghavan's present age? Okay, I mean Gautam's present age. I know 2/3 is equal to R by G, and they have just told me Raghavan's age is 24. Find out what will be G's, Gautam's age. What will be Gautam's age, guys? Very good, super brother. Because upon cancelling it by 2, it get 12. 12 threes are 36. Okay, done. So that data is used. So what does the next line say? The next line in the question says, if the ages of Raghavan, Gautam, Siyas are in continued proportion, then find Siyas's age. So according to this data, can I say Raghavan by Gautam is equal to Gautam by Siyas? And I know Raghavan by Gautam is equal to 2/3. So in this case, this should also be equal to 2/3 because both are equal. In this, substitute Gautam's age and tell me what is C's age, guys. Guys, what happened? How was it 48? Check carefully. It's 36, not 32. They substitute G's values by 6. 36 divided by C is equal to 2 by 3. If I cancel it using 2, what will I get? If I cancel it using 2, what will I get? 18. What is 18 into 3 then? The answer is 54. Very good, Deepthi, Radha and Haritha. Excellent, guys. Superb. The answer is 54. Okay, guys, we'll move on to the next question now. Here's the next question. Please find the fourth proportion of the number, which means this is A, this is B, this is C, and D. So A, B, C, D are in a proportion, and you're supposed to find out the missing number. Come on, guys, do it fast. Sir, I didn't understand, sir. Can you please explain? Yeah, sure. 1 second, buddy. Listen here. Look at this question again. The ratio of ages of Raghavan and Gautam are in the ratio 2:3, which means Raghavan's age divided by Gautam's age is equal to 2 by 3. The statement straight away I've written it here. Now, Raghavan's present age is 24. Substitute R is equal to 24 here. So 24 divided by G is equal to 2 by 3. From this, you will get the value of G as 36. Okay. Now, the second line says, if the ages of Raghavan, Gautam, and Sias are in a continuous proportion. What do you mean by continuous proportion? R by G is equal to G by C. That's what happens in a continuous proportion. I told you here, right? If A, B, C are in a continuous proportion, A by B is equal to B by C. Same way, if R, G, C are in a continuous proportion, R by G is equal to G by C. And I already know R by G equal to 2 by 3. So then G by C should also be 2 by 3. Just take this and substitute G is equal to 36. So 36 divided by C is equal to 2 by 3. Cancel it out. What do you get? 18. 18 threes are 54. Clear now, buddy? Okay. Fine, guys. Here's your next question. So what did I tell you? A, B, C, D are in a proportion, and they want us to find out the fourth proportion, which means, see, A by B is equal to C by D. So 5 by 3 is equal to 20 by X. So 4 times the value of X is equal to 12. Very good, superb, Haritha and Radha. Good job, guys. Now, moving on to the next question. Okay, so moving on to your next question. Here's the next question. Okay. The three numbers are 25, X, and 36. Find the mean proportion. Okay. What is this mean proportion, sir? Means these three numbers are in a proportion. These three numbers are in a continuous proportion. That's when I say X is actually the mean proportion. Okay. So if these three numbers are in a continuous proportion, A, B, and C, what does it mean? A by B is equal to B by C, right? So substitute the same thing here. So 25 by X is equal to X by 36. So can I say X square is equal to 25 into 36? So what is the value of X then? Square root of 25 into 36, which would give me 5 into 6. What is the value of 5 into 6, guys? Please, sorry, it's 30. So the value of X is equal to 30. Clear with this question, people? This mean proportion question has been asked in two most important placement interviews in 2021. It was asked both in TCS, NQT, and also in Infosys. Your mean proportion is somewhere of the same sort. Concept was mean proportion, but not the same question, obviously. The concept was asked. Hope you guys are clear. Okay, guys. Fine. And here's our next question. Come on, guys, try to answer this question now, fast. If A is the mean of these means, A plus A and then A minus 6, it would mean that A plus 2 divided by A is equal to A divided by A minus 6. So A square is equal to A plus 2 into A minus 6. So when you multiply them, what do you have? You would have A square minus 6A plus 2A minus 12 is equal to A square. This A square, if it goes to the other side, it will cancel out with this one. Okay, this minus 12, if it comes to the other side, it would be plus 12. So minus 6A plus 2A is minus 4A. So A is equal to 12 divided by minus 4. So my answer is minus 3. The answer is option B, minus 3. Clear, everyone? Clear with this question also? Very good. Now try to answer this question now fast. Yeah, guys, what's the answer here? What's the fourth proportion of 8, 3, 16, and what? What is the fourth proportion? See, if this is A, B, C, what should be D so that A, B, C, D are in a proportion? Very good, Deepti. Superb. So 8 by 3 is equal to 16 by X. So 2, 3 2s are 6. The value of X is equal to 6. Excellent. Superb. Moving on to the next question, guys. Now, this is an interesting question. What is the least number that must be subtracted from 18, 30, and 54 such that the resultant numbers are in continued proportion? For example, these numbers, they are not in continuous proportion, first of all. They just say that if a number is subtracted from these numbers, let's say, for example, 18 minus x, 30 minus x, 54 minus x, and that is done, then these numbers are in a continuous proportion, it seems. Okay, they want us to find out the value of x. So 18 minus x divided by 30 minus x should be equal to 30 minus x divided by 54 minus x. See, find out the value of x. But if I cross multiply, then it is going to be a very difficult process. So what I would suggest you to do is substitute the value of x as 1, 2, 3, and so on, and see for which value of x LHS is equal to RHS. Find out for which value of x LHS is equal to RHS. For x is equal to 3, shall we check that? Okay, if I take x is equal to 3, what do I get? Let's check that. Listen here. If I take x is equal to 3, if x is equal to 3, what happens to my LHS? 15 divided by 27. What is my RHS? 27 divided by 51. If I cancel it out in terms of 3, I get 5 by 9. Here I get 9 by 17. Are they same? No, they are not same. So definitely the value of x is not equal to 3. Keep substituting, guys. Okay. Let's see if that satisfies for 5. Okay, one says 5 and one says 6. Okay, let's check for both. When x is equal to 5, what happens? 13 divided by 25. And here it would be divided by 49. Okay, straight away it is not possible because this will never be equal. Because this is not a 13 multiple and this is not a 7 multiple. Here, people, done. So let's say where the answer is x is equal to 6, because if I take x is equal to 6, what would be the left hand side? 12 by 24. What would be the right hand side? 24 by 48. So both are equal to 1 by 2. So the value of x is equal to 6. Very good, Radha and Kalyani. Awesome, guys. Okay, guys, clear with all the questions that we have seen today, everyone? Fine, guys. Okay then. Okay, guys. Fine, then we'll end the session here. Bye, guys.